Welcome back to Curious Matter Anthology. I'm Jonathan Pezza, the host and creator of the series. With this episode, we bring the Exile to a close. It's been quite the journey for both our characters and behind the scenes. It took more than a year and a half to get here, and it's been one of the most amazing times of my life. I want to thank all the fans out there that have made this season a roaring success, from those that have been with us since the show began and all the listeners that found us along the way. I also want to thank all the other creators in this little corner of the podcasting world we like to call fiction for being a truly supportive community that always tries to lift others up. For all you Kickstarter backers out there, it was you who made this season happen, and the team is endlessly grateful for what you helped us create. I need to give a special shout out to Tiffany Smith for joining this adventure and bringing her beautiful spirit and talent both as Bryce Gordon and as a creative producer and partner on this season. I also need to thank Sandeep, Parikh, and the team at Effin' Funny Productions, who are just amazing at everything they do. And of course, I have to thank this unbelievable cast that believed in what we were doing and have been the most generous, gracious, and trusting collaborators imaginable. It's been an absolute dream to get to work with each and every one of them. And so we find ourselves at the end of the road, 140 million miles from Earth. In the last episode, the United Earth Government Forces returned to assert themselves as the controlling faction on Mars. Led by Admiral TYCHO, Bryce found herself once again the pawn in someone else's game, this time sent to assassinate Governor Wayne himself in exchange for freeing the camps. But when she and her team reached the gangster tyrant Politico hiding at the top of the spire, in the center of the Grand Dome, the realization set in that it was she who had fallen into the trap. This episode contains explicit content that may not be suitable for younger audiences, and includes adult themes, language, and violence similar to an R-rated film. Curious Matter is an immersive HD audio experience and is best enjoyed via high-quality headphones. So without further ado, you know what's coming. Sit back, grab that bowl of popcorn, and enjoy The Exile Part 8, Free Air.
What a beautiful morning, Desert Cats. Can you feel that? The city is buzzing with the air of promise. The sun is shining, the sky is clear, and the tyrant is dead. All it took was one cop pushed too far. You heard that right. One of his own pulled the trigger. Bang, bang! Heavy falls the head cut from the man pretending to be king. I could almost dance. You know what? Let's all dance.
Listen to that. We are heroes out there. Well, you are, Copper. Hell of a way to do us, locking us up. They should be holding a parade.
What do you think they're gonna do with us?
If he wanted to kill us, we'd be dead.
You got a bad way of rubbing off on people.
Fact, compadre.
You two? We'll be fine.
Sure about that?
Yeah, pretty sure. Agree to toe his line and you'll get what he owes you.
I'm thinking about getting the fuck out of this city. You both should do the same.
Clearing one person. Open cell 4.
About time. What the hell is the deal, hombre?
Is that any way to greet an old friend?
Corey? What the fuck?
Of course you're playing at the strings in all this.
Who is this?
Your new fairy godmother.
You busting us out?
Where are Shell and Freetag?
Safe. Freetag is recovering in the med bay. He was less than cooperative when plans changed.
Why would you align yourself with TYCHO?
A temporary bedfellow. The luxury of principle is the most expensive of all, my dear. You should know that.
So what do you want?
A good story.
Yours.
How did it feel when you pulled the trigger? Glorious, I have no doubt. Focus on that. The details of how and why. They serve no one.
Meaning they don't serve you. If this is a negotiation, what are you offering?
Your life. And theirs.
Whoa! I'm just a contractor.
The hell, Mother Corey.
Sit the fuck back down. The adults are talking.
And why would I believe you'll honor your word?
Now I'm hurt. I've never lied to you. Never. Can you say the same?
This ain't honest, Mother.
You want honest? I will throw anyone to the storm who stands in the way of my plans. Blood or not. Believe that, honey.
You want into the big dome that much? What is it you think it buys you? Silk sheets and bathtubs? This place will never be Earth. And all the water in the world won't wash away who you are. That luxury flat at the top of a skyscraper will never make them respect you. Because at the end of the day, you're just another leech sucking on the soul of Marsport.
And what would you know of Mars?
I know this. You can call it revenge. I'll play your avenging angel. I don't give a shit. Tell whatever story you want. It doesn't change a thing about this fucking place.
Who? Both of you.
Thanks for the ride, boys. True to Mother's word, they let us go. Dumped Shell and I in No Name at one of the Earth police outposts with enough scrip in our pockets to buy half a dome. They wasted no time spreading word, too. Every bounty board displayed an old picture from my days in the Bureau, along with the announcement of Wayne and Jurgens' deaths.
She's the one that killed Wayne.
Move, citizen. That's Bryce. Move down. The governor's making arrests for disorderly conduct. That's a murderer.
We need to get off the streets.
I know where to go.
For better or worse, I was now the poster child for the new regime. That was their first mistake. And I meant to make them pay far more than the bounties for their error.
Welcome to Message in a Bottle. We have a new package special if you... Oh.
Tara, time to lock up.
So, this is where it all goes down. There was always something off about these places.
Who's this?
He's with me.
KK, Chief.
Any word from SKAGG? Did he make it back to the city?
We got a visitor.
You've been busy.
Tell me you have a way to activate the key.
Establishing interstellar links to Sol Apex. Uplink in progress.
I wasn't sure it'd actually work. Onai was growing paranoid that something would happen to him. I just chalked it up to the pressure he was under.
Connection established. Last transmission not completed. Reprocessing protocol Minerva.
I think it's trying to complete his last command.
He mentioned Minerva to me once. He was pretty cryptic about it. Does it mean anything to you?
No.
Protocol Minerva accepted. Bryce Gordon, assignment Mars Apex. Confirmed. One unplayed message.
Do you want me to leave? This is probably for your ears only.
No, stay. You deserve to hear whatever this is.
Onai would never endanger the security of the mission.
Secrets are what got him killed. Look, I'm sorry you didn't deserve that.
I couldn't protect him.
Let's hear what he has to say. Together.
Okay.
Play it.
Bryce, I have recorded this message in the event of my death. I know that you have many questions. The files contained on the data network this key unlocks will be able to answer many of them, though I fear that it will bring you little solace on the road ahead. On Earth, you discovered our greatest lie. One told over and over through the generations, so long and so complete that now even those in the highest offices believe it is fact. After our near destruction, it was decided that the great endeavor would take two vastly different, yet simultaneous paths, a hedge against extinction. The first, on Earth, was to repair the dying garden from which we sprouted. The second, here on Mars, was to plant seeds in a new one. And so began a 300-year race for humanity's survival. The architects had the foresight to understand that the weakest link in the chain of time is us. Our inability to see past our limited lives and our own petty needs. That when given the choice between a future for our species or grasping onto our fleeting hegemony, power always chooses power. That's why the Terran Security Initiative was founded. To protect humanity from itself and ensure that at least one path succeeded. In truth, our ancestors thought they had fixed Earth's biosphere, but for every crack in the glass of the greenhouse they repaired, 2 more appeared. And so what was touted as humanity's greatest achievement was simply a delay of the inevitable. To be fair, even TSEC believed it for a time. Too long, in truth, because we allowed the second path to falter. We allowed Mars to believe it no longer mattered. When you uncovered the truth during your time embedded with the Crimson Hand, you could have chosen to hide what you found, the choice made by so many before you. But you did not. You chose truth at the expense of everything. You understand that the sacrifice it requires to save humanity is everything. Use this. Break the cycle by any means necessary. That's why you are the only one who can see this through. You are the station chief now. You are Minerva.
End recording.
This changes everything, right? If Earth's biosphere is still collapsing,
then Mars is everything.
You have an incoming transmission from Sol Apex. Shall I put it through?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. Go for it.
Agent Minerva.
I think so.
I am APOGEE, the sole apex of Terran security.
You're gonna have to dumb this way down for me, lady. I haven't had time to read the manual for this whole thing yet.
Apex is the highest rank in Terran security, and as head of the Home Office, I oversee all of the stations within our jurisdiction.
Apex. Like on a stellar deck.
As the new Apex of Mars, you have inherited control of the station from your predecessor.
And if I refuse?
Archimedes put his faith in you. I can only assume he had a good reason.
Archimedes, huh?
What is the status of Mars Station?
What's the status? You send an army of G-men and you have the gall to ask, what's the fucking status?
An army? What army?
TYCHO.
Admiral TYCHO is on Mars.
Yeah. Along with a few thousand other UEG troops. He's declared martial law and taken control of Marsport along with who knows where else on Mars. Wait, you're the head of fucking TSEC.
This is an unexpected development. I will need to inform the Security Council.
How is that possible?
Admiral TYCHO's battle group went dark several weeks ago en route to Titan. The official Navy report was that it was likely an accident or catastrophic ship failure. Clearly, that is not the case.
Well, he's here and has made Mars his private fiefdom.
I will need to conclude this call. I await your full report on these events. That is all.
Hey, wait!
Yes?
What the hell do I do here?
The station is yours, Minerva. I will be in touch.
Well, Chief, what's the play?
We see what else this key unlocks. That little slab of metal was far more than a communicator. It was a terminal with direct access to TSEC data vaults at all the stations in the solar system. Earth, Luna, Mars, but also the mining stations on Ganymede, Titan, and the research station in Venus's orbit. 150 years of collected secrets locked away. Communication was instantaneous. Teraflops of information crossing the void of space with almost zero latency. Light years ahead of cutting edge. Even with tech straight out of a pre-melt movie and infinite resources, so much had fallen through the cracks. It all came down to choices, just like MURDOCH said. Why had he not taken the steps to prevent all this? Mars alone had more than 400 operatives collecting information all over the planet, the cities, the outposts, deep within the Technicians Guild. An army all waiting for me. Tell them what to do next. Everything was here but that one simple answer. A week came and went as I dove deeper and deeper into the archive, and then, plain as day, There it was.
We generally don't let outsiders into the compound.
Consider it a rare honor, then.
I wouldn't go that far.
You managed to keep the dome up.
For now. We patched the skin in time, but your mission created stress fractures in most of the balustrades. It's just a matter of time now, but honestly, that was always the case.
How did the chief recruit you?
I've always been a bit of an outlier among my kindred.
Kindred.
That's how we refer to each other in the guild. When Earth stopped sending new engineers and scientists 4 generations or so ago, the guild realized that we needed to create our own, or the mission would fail. If we didn't train our children to carry on the work, who else would?
So your people took on the task of carrying it all. The terraforming machines. Keeping all the cities running.
It's kind of our religion, if you can call it that. Sort of a dogmatic belief we are the only ones who can.
But not you.
I've just never been that good at following the crowd.
That's actually the reason for this little visit. I brought you something. Take a look.
Wait, what is this?
You said the night we met that the architects had no plan for what to do when the domes became unsustainable. Well, there it is.
And TSEC, the chief had this? All this time?
That and a whole lot more. Squirreled away where it couldn't help anyone.
Fuckers.
I'm not a big fan of following the crowd either.
I always knew there had to be an answer, but the elders swore it was impossible.
The domes were never about survival. They were a way to soften the psychological process of migration and help people to slowly acclimate. A simulation of life on Earth.
But it says here it's more than that. The domes had a second purpose as a repository of resources for when Mars approaches the Armstrong limit.
Everything we need is already here, built into the domes. The architects knew what they were doing.
The domes were meant to be repurposed. The environmental systems, electronic components, the skin and superstructure. The boxy plants alone could provide free air and water for 3 times our current population. It's everything we need to reach independence.
The domes? They need to come down. All of them.
This is a public service announcement by the Earth Expeditionary Forces. The ex-governor Roland Wayne.
Your chariot awaits.
Wayne was slain in an apparent revenge killing.
You'd think they would take your picture down by now.
TYCHO is gonna milk it for all it's worth.
How'd it go?
She'll be ready when the time comes.
You really want to do this? Cast millions of people out into the wind and sand.
It's the only way forward.
You think they hate you now? Just wait till you pop the last of their precious bubbles.
How'd your task go?
Done. You know, I think I'm getting used to this spy thing, Coles. Ow, 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 ow! So rough.
I told you not to call me that.
Okay, fine. Buttercup it is.
What are you? 12?
All a part of the package.
This is an alert for all Expeditionary Forces personnel.
What's
Command
going
Victor
on?
Bravo has been activated. This is not a drill.
You
All
heard the alert.
Expeditionary
Move,
Forces
citizens.
begin preparations and assignments to execute Command Victor Bravo.
I've been waiting all morning. Clear the area immediately.
Get in the transport. We barreled across the plateau as fast as the motors of the transport would carry us. When we approached the Peregrine, the Earth forces were a wasp's nest of activity as they hastily loaded the giant military dropship.
Approaching unidentified transport. This is Peregrine Ops. Turn around now or we will be forced to fire upon you.
Ops, this is Bryce Gordon. I need to see TYCHO.
You aren't on the approved visitor list.
I'm sure you recognize my name. Tell him I need to see him, or I'll make sure he has you cleaning the reclaimer for the rest of your career.
Ooh, nice.
I speak peon.
Stand by, Miss Gordon.
What the hell are they all doing?
They're leaving.
Gordon, you are cleared for approach. The Admiral will see you.
Admiral TYCHO will see you in his ready room.
How the hell do you think you can just leave now?
I have orders from Fleet Command to withdraw our forces.
Are you insane? What do you expect us to do? Food shortages are already spreading across the city, and what about reprisals from the MPF?
This is an error, TYCHO. It has to be. You have to see that.
I'm sorry, but my hands are quite tied in the matter.
That's not good enough!
Gordon.
What the hell is she doing here?
Yes, Miss Gordon, why don't you tell them?
I came to find out what the hell was happening.
Security, seize her.
Wait!
Get the fuck off me!
Check her pockets.
What the hell are you doing?
Ah, there it is. You can release her. I had my suspicions, of course. We've had you under surveillance since your release, Miss Gordon. It seems we are both not quite what we appear. However, checkmate belongs to you.
What the hell is going on here?
How is this possible?
He wasn't sent by the United Earth government.
No, I was not.
How did you come by this? You are Terran security.
Ah, but you see, he is so much more. Am I wrong? Miss Gordon is in fact the head of TSEC operations here on Mars. That is, since the untimely death of her mentor.
It was you.
Did you assume Terran security were the only clandestine operators on Mars? I mean, of course, took on the less than savory parts, but under our guidance.
If you aren't with the UEG, who the hell are you?
The United Earth government made a grave mistake handing over the reins to Mars. My country was simply ramaging that error.
You smuggled the guns to Mars, and your people cut the data line.
Who the hell are you, really?
We are simply patriots. The UEG is a withered and dying beast. Brazil understands the value of this planet. The true value.
But now the UEG knows, and you're turning tail.
I have been recalled. My superiors do not have the stomach for open war with the Security Council. No plan survives contact with the enemy, as the saying goes.
You Earthers are all snakes. Every last one of you.
I have had enough of this drivel. I think it is time for you all to leave.
What are we supposed to do now?
It's quite simple. Wither and die like the vermin you are. So that when the people of Earth arrive in true numbers, and we will, the stink of this place will be less offensive to the next people who claim this world.
What the hell happened?
Brazil's pulling out.
What the fuck does Brazil have to do with this?
Bryce? Honey, wait. Shell, I'm glad to...
You can save it.
Yes, well...
What do you want, Mother?
You are quite full of surprises, my dear.
Yeah. It's been a lot for me, too.
We need to work together now. You have to know that. Regardless of how you feel about MASIA. About you and me.
And how do you see that going?
The people will starve when these bastards pull out. The supply chain has been decimated. Half the convoy vehicles used by the enclaves were co-opted or destroyed in the fighting. The shipments from Earth have stopped.
What do you expect me to do about it?
If you are the head of Terran security, you can convince Earth to help us. To really help us.
You don't need to listen to this.
Shell, son.
I'm not your son.
How does your boss feel about you begging for my help?
I don't give a shit. Whatever you think about me is just fine, darling. I've been fighting people's assumptions since before the egg you came from dropped in your mother's womb. I have always tried to help in my way, to be what was needed in a place like this. But the people need you now, more than they need Miss NOLAN or anyone else.
I am doing what I can.
Do more. For that little girl you pine for your brother who is buried in the red soil. Be the person Lan always claimed you were. The better half.
The next part you want me to play for you?
No.
Let's go.
Just tell me what I can do to help you. We'll do it your way. Whatever it takes.
If I accept.
It seems you do know how to play the game. Name your price, darling.
You work for me.
Fair enough, sweetheart. Fair enough.
TYCHO and the imposter forces from Earth pulled out the next morning. Shooting into the sky like the spires of a crown, the dropship stationed around the city in a rough circle made for orbit,
leaving the people of Mars far worse than when they arrived. With Wayne dead, the various captains in the municipal police force began fighting amongst each other like so many petty warlords, as the people of Mars starved in the wreckage. Moving around had become difficult. TYCHO and Mother had made sure every citizen of Marsport knew my face. Wayne had been their oppressor, but also the hand that fed them. Now, they didn't even have that, and they needed someone to blame.
And you are confident in this course of action?
It was MURDOCH. Archimedes' final instructions. It's time both planets learned the truth. That's about the only thing I'm sure of.
His faith in you was not misplaced.
Yeah, well, don't worry, there's still time.
I've executed your requests through the station chief on Terra.
She is safe.
Your daughter and her father are being moved to Luna under our protection. The UEG has its hands full dealing with Brazil's insurrection, but there's no guarantee there won't be reprisals now that your cover is blown.
Thank you for that. As long as they're safe, I'm willing to take my chances.
We will stand by to relay the transmission when you are ready. Good luck.
Copy that. Thank you, sir.
Happy hunting, Minerva.
Okay, here we go.
Chief is on deck.
Well, look at you, Cobber. Never thought you'd be wearing the redback colors again.
Still fits funny, but if it gets me past DELEON sentries, it'll be worth it. Can't say the same for you, though.
I make this rig look good. What can I say?
Everyone here?
Yes, Chief.
How are we with comms?
All the teams have checked in. We're in constant contact, thanks to Mother's network.
Never thought I'd be smuggling every prisoner on Mars with it.
Indira.
The strike teams have all been briefed. The key to safely taking down the domes are the cable locks at the top of each spire. If you blow the pins anchoring the cables in unison, the Kevlar skin will ride the superstructure, opening like a curtain. I'll make sure the pressure alarms have given the people inside plenty of warning to rig up and seal in.
What if Earth doesn't come to the bargaining table after all this? How long do you think we can hold out?
With the materials from repurposing the domes, we should be up to speed within the year. The guild posts in the other cities all have the architect's plans.
TSEC is coordinating aid shipments of food and essentials for now. Things on Earth are still a mess after it became known Brazil attempted a coup here. It won't be enough. But it's a start. The first freighter is just under 2 weeks out.
People will be dying in the streets by then.
Shipments have resumed, but we are still losing a lot to raiders and MPF remnants. Farms are ready to receive the extra manpower once we begin processing the released prisoners. It should accelerate harvesting. We need the extra help now.
You'll get it.
There are going to be a lot of terrified people out there. Hell, I'm terrified just thinking about how many ways that this could go wrong.
They've been lied to long enough. Told for generations they are worth less than the people of Earth. This is the day that all changes. And it's your job, Rand, to keep them calm once the message goes out. I'm just the next in a long line of outsiders. You're the voice they listen to. You need to convince them what they can be.
I do have a primo playlist perfect for a revolution.
Heavens help us all.
All the teams are reported in green. We're ready to launch on your command.
All right. That's it, folks. You have your orders. Let's go see if we can unfuck a planet.
I really wish you'd let me come on the assault with you. I want to be where you are.
You know the smuggler networks. I need you leading the convoy to the camps.
And I know that hungry people will sell you out for scraps. I don't trust Mother. And I trust MASIA and her people less. This is still Mars. They will go where the graft is greener.
And I trust you. That's why it needs to be you that frees them. Help me do this.
I can't lose you.
You won't. You won't.
I love you.
I don't know if I can be...
Don't you fucking do that.
The people I love. It never turns out...
Trying to kill you was the best decision I ever made. Come back to me.
All over the planet, the wheels were turning.
Thousands of people infected by the same disease that unraveled my life, spreading it like wildfire. You cannot come to this place and remain unchanged. The wind and sand erodes you away until all that remains is the bloody core. Be it greed, kindness, regret, or hope. We are reduced to the rawest form of this curious matter. I believed that the most dangerous thing in this universe was truth. But I see now I was wrong. The most dangerous thing is facing it. Facing the void head-on and surrendering to that unknown.
2 minutes!
We're approaching the service airlock.
All right. Let's see if Indira was able to clear a path for us. There were 6 of us making the assault on the Grand Dome. With DELEON's remnant of the MPF running it like a private fortress, we were counting on the uniforms and the sheer size of the dome to give us the opening we'd need.
We're cycling the door now.
Never thought I'd get a top floor view of the Grand Dome. And look at you, Cobber. You got me 2 round trips, like a street kid's wet dream.
And if things work out, you'll be the last one to see it from there.
Oh, see, I never looked at it like that. Now you got me feeling all sentimental.
Cut the chatter. Eyes on a swivel, the inner door's opening.
This is a dome-wide pressure alert. Dawn protective equipment. Seek.
I only see 1 MPF guard in the checkpoint.
The subterfuge seems to have worked. I wave at you, you wave back. Come on, Cobber.
He's signaling us through. Let's get the fuck out of here.
This is a dome-wide pressure alert.
Looks like a ghost town.
We wanted to give people the time they needed to get inside and hunker down.
These alerts have become second nature here.
Good. No use pretending anymore. Let's get to the spire. What do you see, Izzy?
The entrance looks clear. The lift should be just inside. Should have taken this route the last time.
Last time Wayne had an army guarding the door.
Well, there's no one here now.
Move up. Pop the door.
Yes, sir. It's locked.
Cut it open.
Anyone else getting deja vu?
We got company.
Find cover.
We're in.
Get in the lift.
Move in! Start the firing line!
Right on time.
We always knew that someone was likely to tip her off.
Put down your weapons and come out with your hands in the air, or we will open fire!
The tip came from me. More predictable this way. DELEON! I'd really tell your people to find cover. This whole thing is about to come down.
I don't take orders from terrorists and murderers.
Would you listen to the mouth on her?
Some people never learn. Do the smart thing, DELEON, and walk away.
She's not gonna walk away.
Definitely not walking away.
How dare you attempt to give me orders in my own dome? I should have tossed you to the cartel when you were first assigned to me.
Well, life is full of regrets. Izzy, you got this?
I was born for this. Team 1, on me.
Most of those guns are empty. Put on a good show and stay close enough to reach cover when we blow the cable.
Stay safe, boss.
We are en route to the top of the Grand Dome. How are the other teams?
Everyone is in position. Shell and the other convoys are en route.
Are we ready to broadcast?
I have the relay set up. Signal is good.
Let's hope someone is listening.
Hey there, you desert cats. Rand here, your friendly voice on the airwaves, broadcasting as usual from the edge of the Capri Plateau, overlooking the majestic Mariner Valley. From my tower, I can see all you folks in a quaint little burg called Marsport, squatting at the ass end of the solar system, and there isn't a prettier sight in the world. I know a lot of you are huddled down scared right now.
All right, people, get inside. Find a seat in an orderly fashion. Everything will be okay.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright.
Hungry? Tired? Well, you don't have to be afraid.
Look! Oh my god! Domes! Domes!
And to the rest of you, and there are a lot more of you out there listening today. To all the other people in all the other cities and towns on Mars, I want you to know I see you too.
We've reached the camp! Go, go,
is this?
We need to get you into the transports. There's food and water.
Please, where are you taking us?
We're taking you home.
The face of our world will never be the same after today. And there's so much I want to say. Yeah, well, look at that. I guess what do you know? Even I can get tongue-tied sometimes. So, I'll just play this little ditty. Oh, it isn't a song, but it might one day become the ballad of our people when this world is green and no one remembers the blood and sacrifice that it took to get there.
My name is Bryce Gordon. Many of you on Mars know me as the person who took the life of Governor Brolin Wayne.
Lift has reached the ground. Please don protective equipment before cycling the airlock.
Top floor. Get ready to set the charges. I will not deny that I was the one that saw an end to his tyranny, though the story is far from the one you've heard. For those of you on Earth and beyond, I was exiled from Terra and sent to its sister world for attempting to release government secrets I obtained while working undercover for the United Earth Bureau of Investigation.
Here's the first one.
Okay, set. Let's go! Move to the next one. Secrets that threaten the way of life of every human. I stand before you today because now, more than ever, it's imperative that you know the truth no matter the consequences. And of those, there will be many.
These two are set.
I'll head to the other side! I'm here to tell you with absolute certainty that humanity's home is dying. And the signs will be undeniable in less than a generation. The grand endeavor has failed on Earth.
These are the last two!
This platform is shivering so much, the whole thing feels like it's gonna come down with us on it!
Then move!
You see, there was once a second plan. A second path out of this march towards extinction, and I am here today to tell you a second truth that has been kept from you all. That other path has succeeded. There is a new home waiting for us all. If we're willing to leave behind the legacies of oppression and greed that have led us all to this final fork in the road.
Set it, and let's get out of here!
That's it!
Light it up. Copy that. I'd like to all 9 charges. Blow it, now! Detonation in 2, 1, and... What are the charges malfunctioning?
All the fire's gonna go down! Get us out of here!
We need to blow the last cable!
It's not some far-off dream. Even now, against all odds, children play barefooted in the red soil and breathe the free air. True Martians born from generations of pioneers who never gave up on this new world as so many of you have. And for the first time, they will know their worth. Humanity's future rests in the arms of Mother Mars, whether we are ready for it or not.
These were Bryce Gordon's final words. Some have called her a terrorist, an assassin, a spy. Others a savior. She was a human. No more, no less, with all the flaws and potential that comes with it. The rumors and controversy about her life and tragic death will spin on and on as her legend is told and retold for generations to come. Because there will be many generations to come. Generations free from the chains of our past. Whether you consider her a hero or not, her actions have given us all a first and only opportunity to become the architects of our own fate. The tragedy
of our great endeavor is that the children who inherit a green world teeming with life when the work is done will never know the generations who toiled through heartbreak and despair to give it to them. But as we lay Bryce to rest here, overlooking the majestic landscape, look outwards and see not desert and sand, but a tomorrow where every tree and every stream will one day act as memorial to the deeds that built this home.
I can't believe you allowed this snake to give the eulogy.
She's the governor. Governors make speeches.
Did you even shed a tear before you started using her death for your own ends?
This is simply the way of things, as distasteful as it may be. We waste nothing. Bryce understood that.
She deserved better.
We owe her. Even you old scoundrel. Ain't no denying the debt.
We do. And we have the rest of our lives to pay it back.
Let me introduce the next speaker. Our new police commissioner, Ezekiel Spiegel.
Good luck up there.
Who is Ezekiel Spiegel?
Well, that's me, Jen. We can't go around calling the commissioner Honest Izzy, can we? Catch you on the flip side.
What can I do for you, friend?
I'm looking for Shell Quarry. Company business.
What company?
The company.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I'll buzz you in. I was, hoping you all would reach out. Does the, new station chief have an assignment for me?
Are we alone?
Yeah, follow me. Lots of new tenants since we liberated the camps. The whole neighborhood is being rebuilt. Coming to the office.
Lock it, please.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's my assignment?
It's a mission of the highest priority. How quickly can you prepare to go off-world?
Off-world? I'm ready for whatever you got. Okay? I need to get out of here. I mean, anything is better than being stuck here without... Look, I'm ready, okay? Just tell me what you need, and I'm your man.
I don't know. You think you can handle a real...
Spy mission? Martinis and all?
Bryce?
Yeah.
You fucking asshole. You were crushed in the collapse. How did you...
Dumb luck, really. Guess it had to swing my way one of these days.
Then why pretend?
It was better this way. This is what had to happen. The Soul Prime, APOGEE, concurred.
Oh. And where does that leave me?
There's still a lot to do, but I need to go home. To my daughter and Luna. It's time.
Wow. I'm so stupid. What is this, Bryce? Is this a joke? I see.
No, I don't think you do. Because I happen to have one extra ticket. So how about it? You want to come with me?
Good morning, Marsport. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing, and it's another beautiful day from here on the Capri Plateau. In recent news, operations are in full swing salvaging materials from the domes. Camp Refugee Resettlement is going slower than expected, but the new Office of Housing Services says they plan on hiring several hundred people to work through the backlog. How about we kick things off with an oldie but a goodie from right here in Marsport?
Carrier preparing for launch. Please stand back from the gantry. Closing blast doors.
This is Personnel Carrier 816 for Gateway Station, requesting liftoff clearance.
Affirmative 816, you are cleared for launch.
Flight crew, brace for launch. In 3, 2, 1.
Hope you enjoyed Part 8 of The Exile. If you want to support the show or you're just sick of advertisements, you can get early access and ad-free listening to every episode in the series, plus exclusive content, by subscribing to our CMA Universe Plus premium subscription exclusively on Apple Podcasts. We have Exile and Curious Matter apparel, posters, accessories, and more available in the merch store on our website. Show off your fandom by rocking one of our Mars Makes You All Meatballs or Badass Interstellar Space Ninja Assassin t-shirts today. So head over to our website to make a purchase and get more information about the show. You can also find our interactive map, visual guide, and a whole lot more at cmanthology.com. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, or X under the handle @cmanthology. And make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and or review on your favorite podcast app to help spread the word. The Exile stars Tiffany Smith as Bryce Gordon and features the voices of Tracie Lysette as Mother Corey, Phil LaMarr as Captain MURDOCH, Malcolm Barrett as Honest IZZY, Eugene Byrd as Shell Corey, Tracie Thoms as MASIA NOLAN, Alexander Matos as Admiral TYCHO, Anjali Bhimani as Captain DELEON, Caitlin Bassett as APOGEE, Sandeep Parikh as Rand, Sujata Day as Indira Ebon, Jackie Martinez as Terra, Stephen Weston as SKAGG, Jeremy Pezza as VILUS, Kelly Dawn Hancock as Fell, Colin Ferguson as Governor Wayne, Todd Stashwick as Jurgens, Milana Weintraub as Fatya Markov, Kevin Smith as the father, Trisha Helfer as the mother, Raymond Lee as Albor Freetag, Kevin Avery as Reese, Amy Vorpal as 3, Allison Hayslip as Shada and Captain Trench, Tien Nguyen as Bonnie, Jeff Torres as Nick the Croup and Carter Wong, Brooke Sagan as Molly Squires, Alex Albrecht as Mick Stickney, Cam Frierson as Apley, Selin Genc as Maria Ebon, Phil Gray as Eric and Smiles, Adam Briggs as Brent, Jonathan Edelman as Harwick, Tanya Ransom as the Auntie, Chris Amick as Lativsky, with additional voices by Alexander Mercado, Jason Irvin, Mohammed Moise Riaz, Darrin Cummings, Melissa Starr, Matt Hoban, Mayuko Nakamura, and Blythe Renay. This episode was written, designed, and edited by me, your host, Jonathan Pezza. Voice directing by Tiffany Smith and Jonathan Pezza. The Exile was made possible by the amazing support of our Kickstarter backers. Executive produced by Scott Pezza and Dan Evans. Co-executive produced by Richard J. Pezza, Patrick Lepolato, and Derek A. Hughes. It was produced by Jonathan Pezza, Tiffany Smith, and Sandeep Parikh, and co-produced by Ali Mashieki and Jack Bowman. Assistant editing by Mohammed Moise Riaz and Francis Pezza. Original score composed by Jonathan Pezza, with additional tracks provided by Epidemic Sound, and featuring the musical talent of Max Anson, John Bjork, Blood Red Sun, Crystal Shards, Dex 1200, Christopher Moe Ditlevson, Hannah Ekstrom, Ben Elson, Haysun, Lennon Hutton, Hampus Naselius, and August Wilhelmson. The Exile is based on Police Your Planet by Lester Del Rey, a literary work in the public domain, and was produced in accordance with U.S. copyright law. Curious Matter Anthology is produced by the Knightsville Workshop in association with Effin' Funny Productions. Copyright Knightsville Workshop 2024, all rights reserved. You thought we were done? Well, make sure to come back for our very last mini-sode of the season in 2 weeks. We'll see you then, Curious Matter Universe. Thank you for listening.